So we're now in this amazing room, this beautiful room. And the things that I have to mention to you about this room, and before you leave today, make sure you have a look at those 4 original images on the wall there. The building on the far corner there is the Dawson's building, which was the building that was effectively knocked down, and the Manchester Unity building was built on that corner. The room itself has remained quite intact. Obviously, we've had to do some restorative work right through. The entire space right through has obviously had to have all of the timber re-French polished, which was quite a process. This panel of ceiling you can see right through here is a new panel in Queensland maple, because this whole area had had an air conditioning duct that was put right through it through the 1980s. The table is original and was built by master craftsmen on site at the time. When they built it far too big. And you can see, look at the width on this thing. They built it far too big, and they realised that no Australian manufacturer of glass could actually make a piece of glass that big for it. And so this 320 kilogram piece of glass was imported from, we're not sure, the UK or France. And it was brought across by ship, brought onto Swanston Street, in fact onto Collins Street, and put through the ceiling before the roof was put in. This piece of glass saved this room effectively through the late 80s and 90s, because those developers wanted to remove the table and restore this area as more apartment space. But they realised that they can't move it out of the building. So then they asked, can we chop it up? And someone nice must have said no. The fireplace was always a decorative fireplace, so there's no chimney above it. We've retained it as a decorative fireplace, but we've added another element of LED lighting through a group called Light Moves, who are just wonderful. And we've also placed a ethanol-based fire behind it, so that's depicting, in my symbolism, depicting the furnace of hell where man fights beast on a day-by-day basis, eternally. And up through the layers of rock of the earth, we then have heaven above. So the room in its entirety has so many imperfections. The table at one end is 2 inches narrower than the table at this end. You will notice that although the ceiling roses match each other and are reasonably symmetrical to each other, and we have the chandeliers, the nickel-plated chandeliers at either end in the centre of those ceiling roses, this ceiling rose sits almost dead centre to the table, only 1 inch to the right, whereas this chandelier in the centre of that ceiling rose sits a foot to the right. So they couldn't get that symmetrical. Even the panels on the wall at the back, there are 4 timber panels on the left and 5 timber panels on the right, separating those 2 original light fittings that are on the wall there. So they weren't even going to get the table centred to the room. Even down to the details of 3 windows there, 3 windows there, 2 windows there. So in fact, that bay is much narrower than this bay here. That ceiling cornice here, through the age of the building, because of some of the water that we were getting, water ingress that we were getting in the building, had virtually dropped, and we had to put it back up and repin it and restore it. But now that whole rooftop, at a cost of 1.1 million, is now completely sealed. Now that shield, I have to read you a little spiel about what that's all about. The shield is quartered by the Christian cross, in token that our order is founded upon the principles of the gospel, while across its base is displayed in Latin tongue our motto, Amicitia amor et veritas. Upon the shield are depicted the hourglass as typifying time, the cross keys as emblematical of knowledge and security, the beehive illustrative of industry, thrift and frugality, and the lamb and flag as symbolising Christianity and innocence. Upon the centre of the cross is fixed the Crusaders' shield, bearing the Rose of England, the Thistle of Scotland, the Shamrock of Ireland, and the Leek of Wales, thus indicating the close union that exists in the brotherhood throughout the British dominions. So they were British-based, they were very Christian, and they were very much into nurturing and friendship, and why their motto is love, truth, and friendship. This is considered to be the most intact Art Deco boardroom anywhere in the world.
You've done very, very well.
I've tried very hard, but thank you.
Yes, thank you.
It's been a privilege to be in this building and to work in this building. And we, as a management team and a staff of 85, we use these spaces that I've shown you today, are on a daily basis grateful. It's unbelievable to think that someone had the foresight to do something so amazing 80 years ago, and for us to be lucky enough to now step into it and enjoy it. Thank you.
Thank you.
On your way out, make sure you look at the pictures because they show you how the Boardroom was in its most intact form. There are a pair of shoes in the corner that you can see that are the shoes of some either poor old soul or someone who thought it would be funny to leave his shoes behind the timber walls at the time of construction. So they're 80 years old. Thank you very much.
Thank you.